Hey guys, welcome back. I hope y'all are doing well. Today I'm hopping into 72 Seasons by Metallica. This is their latest album that drops in 2023. Upon first listening to this album, when I originally listened to it last year, I wasn't the biggest fan of the album. Fast forwards now, I'm still not the biggest fan of it, but I kind of like it slightly better than when I first originally listened to the album. For sure, it's nowhere near their best album. I just kind of feel the band plays it on the safe side on this album. I don't really think there was a whole lot memorable or special about this album that stood out to me the most. Furthermore, the majority of the track list hits 6 to 7 minutes in length. I don't typically have a problem with tracks that length, but I just felt some tracks could have been better. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into this album. This is their 11th studio album that was released on April 14th, 2023. This marks a 7 year gap between studio albums, with their previous album being Hardwired to Self Destruct, which came out in 2016. The album has a runtime of about 1 hour and 17 minutes and contains 5 singles. They are Lux Eterna, Screaming Suicide, If Darkness Had a Sun, 72 Seasons, and Too Far Gone. Now, let's go ahead and hop into some of the tracks. We start the album off with the title track, 72 Seasons. For the title track, I thought it was an alright track. For sure, I felt it could have been a little shorter since this track cuts it over 7.5 minutes. I just felt that some of the tracks on the album, even with this track, get excessive with guitar solos, instrumental build-ups into the first verse, etc. Lyrically, this track looks at the first 18 years of your life, essentially the first 72 seasons, which the title is named after. In that time, you're basically forming who you are and who you could be for the rest of your life. Of course, there are some changes that could be done in adulthood as well. I didn't feel the track was bad from a lyric standpoint. I didn't mind Screaming Suicide. I don't really mind the drumming and riffs on this track, but I just kind of feel they seem a little bit more relaxed. I really didn't feel like there was a whole lot of energy. Lyrically, the track heavily talks about suicide and how it feels it may be the only option out. You Must Burn is one of the few tracks I kinda liked, even if this track cuts it at 7 minutes. I didn't mind the heaviness on the guitars throughout the track. I thought Crown of Barbed Wire was alright. I didn't mind parts of the instrumental here. Lyrically, the song is essentially about a power-hungry monarch whose obsession for the crown leads to the downfall of the empire. If Darkness Had a Sun is another alright track. I didn't mind parts of the instrumentation, but I kind of felt it was similar to some songs I've heard before. Morana is closing track on the album. I wasn't the biggest fan of this track. This also happens to be the longest song on the album, clocking in at 11 minutes and 10 seconds. The song gets so extensive because it has 3 guitar solos on it. I personally feel this track could have easily been cut down. I don't mind guitar solos, but I just felt it drug on a little longer because there's a few of them on this track. The word enema Inamorata comes from Latin, which essentially means a person's female lover. Lyrically, the song is about a lost female lover who broke up with the person they were with and damned him to eternal misery and emotional suffering. I did feel this was an interesting concept, lyric wise, to say. The only track on this album I kinda really liked is You Must Burn. Today, I'll be giving this album a 2.5 out of 5. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. As usual, feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Next week, I'll be looking at That Looks Good by Jessie Ware.